Welcome to Greater Westtown Training Partnership. My name is Doug, and I'm coming to you from our Woodworkers training program. You can see some of our student projects behind me here. But today I want to talk about all of the adult job placement and training programs that we have here at Greater Westtown. So we have the Woodworkers training program, shipping and receiving training program, and also we have our direct placement unit, or what we call our adult job placement services. So depending on your needs, the skills and background that you have, your interests, we can help you get into a wide range of jobs with some training and placement services here. So I'm going to try to let some of our students, our graduates, do the talking for me a little bit. I have a few videos to share, and also I want to share a little interview with one of our longest serving instructors here at the program, who will tell you a little bit about our approach to training and placing our students or anyone who comes here to the program. So a little bit of background on Greater Westtown. We've been around, the agency has been around for about 30 years, and actually our adult placement unit, adult placement services, is what the agency was founded on, and then expanded into the specific job training programs of woodworking and then shipping and receiving soon after that. So shipping and receiving and woodworking have been around, woodworking's been around for 28 years, shipping and receiving a little bit less than that. But these are long-standing programs that have a long history of serving the community and also serving our business partners in the community. All of our programs are really designed around the needs of individuals in the community, so we serve low-income, disadvantaged community residents who are looking for a step up through training and support getting into the workforce, getting back into the workforce, changing careers, fine-tuning your skills, whatever that might be. So we've designed programs that are short-term intensive in terms of our training programs, and we maintain this adult job placement service for those who need immediate placement, who don't have time to attend a longer-term training program. Now, our two training programs are still considerably shorter than what you would experience in a community college or a longer training program. Both of our programs are about 3 to 3.5 months. So we're not asking for a long-term commitment because we know that's difficult. It's difficult for people to find the time to commit to training. With busy lives and the need to be working and earning an income right away, we've designed both of our hands-on vocational training programs to be short-term intensive to get you trained and out in the workforce very quickly. All of our services are provided at no cost to participants, whether it's shipping and receiving, woodworking, or the direct job placement services if you come in. So I'm going to just, we're going to take a quick look. We have some students working in the shop today, so I can't move around too much, but I do want to give you, there's a quick drone overview. We'll start with the shipping program. You get a little quick view of their training warehouse, and then we'll jump into an interview with a previous graduate so you can kind of hear about his experience with the program and where it led him. So here you're getting a look at the shipping and receiving warehouse, which is actually a series of warehouses that are joined together and provide a lot of space, really ample room for forklift training, all the kind of hands-on training that's needed to work in the shipping and receiving end of a business, whether that's a manufacturer or distributor, any type of company that might be handling product, moving it in and out. So you'll see some equipment here in the shop, sit-down, stand-up forklifts, all types of material handling equipment. But more than that, you would be learning to do computerized inventory control, all of the inbound, outbound freight paperwork, all of the online systems that are so necessary these days for shipping and receiving jobs. So it's a very hands-on technical program, and forklift operation is one part of it, and you will have the opportunity to achieve a forklift certification as well as an OSHA 10-hour safety card during the course of that training program. So I want to jump right over to an interview with a previous graduate who came back to visit us, and we got him talking a little bit about his experience here in the shipping and receiving training program. So let's take a look at that now.
had just got out the penitentiary. And my goal was to get out and to get a job. I don't have no work history. So for me to get a job, I was thinking like, okay, I can put in for this and I can have something to show for me trying to get a job. Like I have a background of some skills or something. So that was one of the things that made me want to get into the class. Once I got here and they told us about the class and I registered, you know, so like it was little things we had to do, like bring our ID if we was on link or whatever, like certain things you had to, requirements to get into the school. So then I had to come up here and register some more, and they had to tell me what I need to bring to get in and what day to come back. It was an exciting day because I was like going to trade school and start working because I'm 43. I've never had a job, you know, so like that was something like that I had, not a bucket list, but a goal once I got out. When I completed the program, I was working like the next week or two. Mr. Molina and Mr. Rio had called me to the school. And when I got here, they was telling me about a job, well, the job that I'm actually working at now, Albany Steel and Brass. They sent me up there, I did the interview, it was perfect. By the time I make it back to the school, I told them what happened. I left. About an hour later, they called my phone and was like, you got the job. He was like, when you want to start? I was like, I can start tomorrow. So I had started the next day. Almost everyone that I know that took the class in our class, we all still working. Actually.
So I hope that was inspirational to you a little bit. I think Ray's very direct approach, sharing his experience here, I think is helpful to understand kind of what you kind of what you can accomplish here in the training program. A lot of support from the instructors. He gave us a lot of credit, but I have to say he worked so hard, and our goal here is really to create the environment where you can come in and transform your life. You know, we don't have any magic, any secrets. It's really about creating this environment and then creating the opportunity where you can succeed. So, and we'll help you along the way. You're not on your own by any means, but you could hear a little bit about how we've designed the programs to be open and accessible. So ex-offenders, the programs are designed to meet the needs of individuals who are returning to the workforce, who have not worked before, who are changing careers, men and women both. We really have we pride ourselves on, over the many years of the program, having very diverse participants in groups that come together and work towards a common goal of improving their lives and getting into better jobs in the various industries. So let's take a look at woodworking next. I think woodworking is a little less well understood, is what I was trying to say, as far as what the jobs are. I think people are very familiar with woodworking as hobbies or from a lot of the public television shows, and that's great, but what I want people to understand that these are great manufacturing jobs. They can be very technical jobs, including a lot of computer-driven equipment. So if you have interest in making things, working with machines, working with your hands, this may be a good match for you or someone you know. So I'm going to do the same thing. We have a little overview video to give you a quick peek at the shop, so let's take a look at that. You can see we're kind of at the far end of the shop where we have some of our larger panel processing equipment, and off in the distance you can see bench areas and students working around smaller tools and portable power tools. So really a well-equipped shop, and all of our programs are designed to mirror what you would find in a typical job in the industry, whether it's woodworking or shipping and receiving, so that from the beginning of training, you're working in this environment that is designed to feel like a job, so that you will transition into a job that much more smoothly at the end of training. So lots of equipment. You can see a lot of computers here in the shop. Again, very high-tech field. And we have really, in woodworking, we have the benefit of, you know, hundreds and hundreds of years of technology. and we kind of hold on to all of it. We keep adding the latest technology, but all of those earlier skills and understanding of wood and how it works is still relevant. So it's the type of work that has long traditions. It's the type of work that involves your mind and your body, and it's a creative endeavor. So you are literally creating objects of beauty that did not exist before. So I think that's very satisfying work. And both of our hands-on programs are really designed to involve you in a way that you know it's immersive, like you're in a job, but also you're thinking and moving around. These are very active jobs. And so we use the term high satisfaction jobs because you really get fully involved in the work, whether it's in training or then on the job. And the day goes by fast, you're doing well, you're learning, and you are really developing a career. Over my shoulder you can see our motto, great careers start here. Now we know that sometimes you're just looking for a job, and we're going to talk about our adult job placement services too if your needs are more immediate. Again, shipping program is about 3 months, woodworking is about 3.5 months, so 12 weeks, 15 weeks. Let's take a look at an interview next with one of our recent graduates from woodworking, and he's going to you'll get a little better view of what's going on in the shop, and also you'll be able to hear about his experience here a little bit. So that's next.
I like making things, I like working with my hands, and all these hands-on training is like from scratch, where you could start fresh if you don't know something, but you could also keep on experiencing what you want to in this school. When I got into this program, it just gave me more knowledge and accessible things to do with all that education that comes with it. You start off with the hands-on training, making a couple of things from the beginning as a box to later on anything else that comes along with that project. Every little measurement you take counts, so you gotta pay attention and do everything you have to do to get a nice fine piece of art. At the end, you could literally say, oh, I made that. And it looks so beautiful that, you know, you don't want to give it up. You want to just take it home. I'm happy with what they have taught me. New things that I didn't even know.
All right, so a couple things there. I think Gustavo talked about his desire to make things. He likes making things, likes working with his hands. He also mentioned that he had a little bit of experience coming into the program. So I just want to make sure that I mention there is no experience required for either of our programs, any of our programs. These programs, again, are designed to be very accessible. We try to remove as many barriers as we can so that you can get into training and do well, get everything that you need, get out, and get into the workforce. So the application process for both of the programs is very similar, as well as for the adult job placement services. There's an application. We do one-on-one interviews so that we can get to know you a little bit better, kind of understand your interests, your aptitudes. And the testing that we do is just to get us a basic idea of your skill level so we can see how you'll fit in with the class, but also so that we're prepared to get you everything that you need to succeed. So whether you need to work on your math skills or your reading skills, your language skills, we're going to help you with all of that as part of training. So both of our vocational training programs include a classroom component, so that right now that's being taught remotely. We have a hybrid in-person remote training going on for our vocational training programs. So obviously we have to have in-person training, but some of the things that can be done remotely, we can actually do better remotely. So we're doing that right now. And again, don't say, oh, I could never do that, this isn't for me, I don't have the experience. Don't say no when what you really want to say is, let me give it a try, let me take a look, let me make that phone call or reach out by email and see if one of these programs is for me. Or for someone that you know. If you want to call and get more information, that's perfectly fine. Once we get to the point of application, we would want the individual who's interested to start that process of completing the application and starting that conversation with us. No obligations. Ultimately, the program is no cost, so the programs are expensive to run, but you will not pay. There's no loans, no application fees, nothing like that. So these really are designed as programs to benefit the community and individuals who need that assistance getting into the workforce. All right, next up, I want to talk about our adult job placement services. I don't have a video for them, unfortunately. I'm just going to put a couple pictures up on the screen so you can see a little bit about what they're about. So if you have immediate needs and you're trying to get back in the workforce, change jobs, get a better job, the adult job placement team is there for you. And you will have a similar kind of starting point. We'll have you fill out an application, but then in a couple visits over a relatively short period of time, over a couple of days, the team in adult job placement will work with you to identify your skills, kind of understand what you're looking for, look at your work history if you have some, help you with a resume and interview skills. So it's really a well-rounded program in terms of providing everything that you need to get interviewing and working right away. We know that even with our short-term vocational hands-on programs, sometimes that's too long and you want to get into the workforce more quickly or change jobs more quickly, and we can help you with that. So it's a great team over there. That's, again, our longest running program since that's really what the agency was founded on, is helping people bridge that gap from where they are, giving them some intensive support in terms of practice interviews and touching up resumes and that kind of thing, identifying jobs. So we're not sending you out there from any of our programs. We're not sending you out there to look for a job on your own. In our shipping and woodworking programs, we have employer partners who have already committed to hire from the program, shared job openings with us, and are in constant contact with us as far as our curriculum and what we teach and how to prepare people for the job openings that they have. And in terms of the adult job placement unit, their employer base is very broad. So that covers also manufacturing and logistics, shipping and receiving type jobs, but also think about healthcare, business positions in terms of secretarial and office jobs, all types of positions, retail, everything that you can imagine. They have a lot of long and deep connections with employers to get you working quickly. So great program. And that kind of rounds out our offerings for adults at Greater Westtown Project. I do want to mention we have some youth programs. The most important and the biggest youth program is our Westtown Academy program. It has some other support and programs built into it, but really Westtown Academy is our youth service program, and it is an alternative high school program, diploma granting high school located in our same building, and easily accessible. I should mention where we are. If you're not familiar with Greater Westtown, and we had our picture of our building up at the very beginning of the video, we're at 500 North Sacramento Boulevard, which is the intersection of Sacramento Boulevard and Franklin Boulevard, kind of the south end of Humboldt Park. It is in an industrial corridor, so the nice thing about that is we're kind of separated from these residential communities, very accessible from public transportation, California bus, Kedzie bus, Grand bus, Chicago Avenue bus, and nearby Green Line are all walking distance or a few steps from our door. Always easy parking on the street over here because it's not a crowded residential area. We're kind of between Garfield Park and Humboldt Park, kind of at the south end on Sacramento Boulevard. So easy to get to and accessible from all over. And we draw students, participants from all over the Chicago and surrounding Cook County area. So, all right, I think just in closing, I want you to hear from one of our longest serving employees, who is one of the technical instructors with the shipping program, and he just will share a little bit about his philosophy, which I think mirrors what we do and we're trying to accomplish in the agency. So I want you to hear from him because I think he has some inspiring words for you. if you're feeling a little stuck or a little concerned about what your next steps should be, hopefully this will inspire you to take those next steps and understand how we'll meet you here and help you move forward. So here's William Molina.
People come and they need help. You got people that have been beat down by many systems that are out there. You got people that just have, had hard luck, have committed errors and so on. Then you get people that come in organizations or specific groups that they try, let's change them. And my thing or my philosophy is people don't need to be changed. People need to be understood. Once people are understood, they'll have the willingness to hear the message that you bring that can help edify them to go out there and do better in life because they trust you. You understand? So you build that trust with the community. You build that trust with the people you work with. And when they see your passion and your desire, like one thing about Westtown I got to say is that all the staff members that I work with, I'm proud to be a part of that team because they're all passionate, compassionate, hardworking, and committed to going the extra mile to just making sure that when a student comes here, you don't come here just for shipping and receiving. You don't come here just for woodworking or just a high school diploma. You come here for an experience, and that's what happens. They get an amazing experience, and they all walk out saying, wow, I came for this program, and look, I got so much more. Because there's life skills, there's motivation, there's so much that we do to help it's a holistic approach, and there's so much that we do to help our candidates succeed.
All right, so again, our goal is to help you along, but mostly create a space for you to succeed and you to do that work and move forward. So again, if you're feeling a little stuck and you don't know what to do next, we've got you covered in terms of training and placement services. Whether you choose to pursue one of our training programs or you need immediate assistance, you can get in touch with us. I'll leave the contact information up on the screen in just a minute. It's scrolling by there now. So take that first step, no obligation, give us a call. We can have a conversation about your interests, your needs, and how to move forward for your success. Thanks for watching. We'll have more videos. There's some videos available on with more detail about the individual programs, and we'll be coming up again with specific videos on our woodworking program and of course on our shipping and receiving program as well. And you can watch for Lorena Hernandez, who you saw on the screen there, will be presenting about our adult job placement services. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.